production worked. I sort of wanted to be a presenter in a sense at one point, so that was definitely my ambition, and I think it's led to some of my business skills nowadays. But yeah, it was definitely media growing up. So I've always been quite a confident person. I've always liked to be, talking to people, developing relationships. So business and marketing is sort of what I've wanted to do. I've recently done a bit of sales work as well, which sort of encompassed all of those skills. At Hope, so as I came into the city, really got a nice multicultural vibe, really liked sort of how rural Hope is in a sense. Met some of the teachers here on opening day, just really welcoming, and I like how they've got a specific business school which focuses on business itself, and that sort of won me over to come and study here. When I was studying business management and marketing at Hope, second year, I really wanted to sort of have a year in the industry to really gain that experience. So I was applying for quite a few placements. I finally got one in sales and marketing, which was in Hemel Hempstead, working for a construction company called Atlas Copco. Straight away enticed me to want to really, get that year experience. So moved there, did my placement there, and had a wonderful time. Some of the stuff that I would have done would have been creating marketing campaigns for some of our products. I'd attend and showcase some of our products at shows. The products that I sold for the company were very sustainable products, something like battery storage systems, solar units that you'd use to power sort of handheld tools and equipment on site. So marketing campaigns, showcasing at events. Sometimes if we'd have big projects and big deals, I'd be in charge of some of the legal documents that had to get processed. So how I found my placement, I went to the employability hub, met a guy called Chris Biggs, really good guy. He sort of pointed me in the right direction, showed me a load of different placements that I could do relating to my course. Yeah, so they gave me some great tips and hints on what sort of stuff I need to do to prepare for some interviews, and it sort of just went from there. I had a stage of different interviews, so one would be me recording answers to certain scenarios, and then I eventually got to meet my employer in person, and sort of just got along straight away, and then the rest is history. Ahead of the interview, before the placement, I was initially a little bit nervous, but I practiced it quite a lot. I knew some of the questions that I was going to expect. There's a lot of stuff online that you can use to help you, and I'm sure the university would definitely help you with that sort of thing. But once I got into it, it's sort of just be yourself, answer truthfully to yourself, and then that's who they're going to want you for at the end of the day. So I'd say the things for me that made the placement really important for me during my studies was the contacts that you can meet in the industry. You're going to meet loads of different credible people in the industry from all walks of life, all different backgrounds, and they are people you never know when you're going to need in life, and I made some great friends, great contacts in the industry. So even if I didn't want to take this job for this company that I did placement with, there's so many other opportunities because of the networking I've done. And also another factor for me would definitely be the experience and the ease of getting a job after a degree. I think a lot of students in first and second year are panicking about, am I going to get a job? But once you've done the placement, it's going to increase your chances, and you can focus more on your studies rather than searching for a job after. Initially, first day, I was a little bit nervous, but so is everyone on your first day. But luckily, my manager, which I obviously work closely alongside, made me feel really welcome. Our size of my department was about 37 people, so everyone knew each other, and everyone made me feel really welcome. If I ever had anything that I was maybe struggling with, there'd be so many different people around to help you, and I felt really comfortable from then on. So yeah, so I'd recommend applying for your placement right at the start of second year. A lot of placements require you to sort of submit your application by January, February sort of time. So you've got to be straight on it as soon as you start second year. That'll give you if you plan ahead, that'll give you the best opportunity to get one, as they're very competitive. But I'd recommend to apply for as many as you can to start off with, and then you can rely on some if they don't get further than others. Applied for a number of placements, and yeah, some of them did get rejected. And at first, it's a bit demoralising. But I think the good thing about getting rejected by these give you, so some of them give you feedback and pointers into what to do next time. So as a result of failing in some of them, I didn't necessarily fail. It just gave me more experience for my next one to do better in. So there's definitely some positives from that. So yeah, the main things that I learned on my placement year would be definitely time management. Obviously, you're under deadlines for a lot of stuff that you do. So it's important to sort of gain those sort of skills to get things in for the deadlines. I mean, that was a massive thing. Also, how I deal with people in certain situations. So sometimes if we'd be struggling to hit goals or targets and the morale would be sort of low within the workforce, you'd have to sort of prepare yourself to behave differently to some sort of people, to make sure they're still upbeat, still happy, still want to do their job. So these two things really stood out for me as things that I learned during my placement. So yeah, for me, one of the funnest things during my placement would be the corporate parties. So each quarter we'd have our initial meeting at work, how our sales forecast have been doing, how well we've achieved goals and stuff. But at the end of that, we'd usually do an activity. I know one of the activities I've done was we'd do mini golf, for instance, and then we go out for some drinks after. That was really good to, speak to some people you don't usually speak to at work. Speak to different people, have a good time, relax because you're out of work. But yeah, we did a lot of activities during quarterly reviews. Yeah, doing a placement definitely has built up my confidence skills hugely. I definitely recommend it because you can put your business practices and what you've learned in year 1 and 2 into actual real life situations, and I think that's the best sort of experience you're going to get. Yeah, so originally from Lincolnshire, moved to Liverpool to study, and then my placement was in Hemel Hempstead, so I'm sort of already used to moving around, so it sort of became second nature in a sense. So after graduation, thanks to the placement, I've now got multiple job opportunities I can go for. So the placement offered me a full-time job going back to that company, doing sales and marketing, which is really great. But also because now I've got that experience under my belt, I've now got multiple different opportunities that I can pick from. So yeah, I would recommend a placement to students, 100%. It's one of the best things I've done. One of the most important things I've done throughout my degree. It's not only given me opportunities for after my degree, but I've met some great people and I've had some great experience which I can take into my last year. So what students should be doing now to be successful in the job market? I'd say while you're at uni, if there's any jobs around the university, internships, or even just little jobs around the uni, take them, do them. Summer internships I'd highly recommend doing. Placements, these are the sort of things that are going to build you up for when you actually do apply for jobs. So any sort of things that the university want you to try and do, take them on board and do internships and placements 100%. Embrace all opportunities that are offered. Liverpool Hope University is a great university. You're going to have the people around you to support you through that. And if you ever have any questions or queries, go to the Employability Hub or just ask any member of staff around and they'll be more than happy to help you. Placement will be one of the best things you do at university. You won't regret it.